Yo, 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 welcome back to Artimore. This is episode 10, and I am here with my homie. I literally call him Baltimore's John Singleton, and it's not even from the look. I've been calling him that since he was chubby. He was mad at me. But anyway, I've known this man for literally almost 30 years. Literally, in 4 years. I've known this man for 30 years. And honestly, I probably met you before that because you know my cousin and that. Because being outside and not, you know how you be playing with the friends outside, you don't know nobody's name when you go home. Like, so it's been 30 years, for real, for real. But Dallas Hanson, yo, film director, writer, screen producer, making some shit up. But he actually done hired a lot of people in Baltimore, and I really, really respect who you grew into be. It's just really dope that I'm seeing a cancer flourish and all their creativity. Yeah. I'm trying to get like you when I grew up. I guess he is a year older than me, so there's that. But how have you been, Dallas?
I appreciate you having me. I've been good. Been busy.
No, I appreciate you asking me. Like, you was the first one, like, when you gonna do my interview? I was interviewing people. And so thank you for, at least, looking over my shoulder. You're busy. So for you to even be paying attention to what I'm doing is definitely, my shit is on a small scale. You've been at this for the last 15, 20 years where people really don't even realize how long it takes to really do something. And we're still babies technically when it comes to that. When you subtract that, you know you want to do this as a teenager and you literally kept working and kept working. I'm talking about even sometimes you have asked me, yo, they think I'm being a creep. Go hit them up for me because I want them in my movie. I have a part for them. Yeah. And I've done work, little sidebar work for you. You know what I'm saying? So I just really appreciate you noticing that I'm working.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
You got a lot of things going on. We definitely gonna get into that. But how did you get started? From even when we were just talking about the building that we in, where we met at and stuff like that, how did you get started as a child? When did you know that you wanted to do this? Because people be knowing before they tell their friends. We playing kickball and shit, and you probably looking at the scenery of everything. Like, when did you really know that was in you to see the bigger picture, like even on a basic level?
Well, I was kind of late to it, to be honest, but like films was always around. Like my mother, like my father, like we would go to like what was that on Green Mountain? Hollywood videos. Like we always rent movies and stuff like that. My mother was a huge film buff. She know directors, actors, and stuff like that. So it was always around, but because that world is so like foreign, like
to black kids,
like in the hood, like I wouldn't even conceive the idea to make a movie until maybe I was like 21, and like me and my cousin, I had just dropped out of college. And I wasn't doing anything. We would just sit around watching movies and shit. And my fault. We would sit around watching.
You can curse. I'm not that foreign to this. Maybe one day I will have stuff for not cursing. I just curse. You're good.
We would just sit around watching movies.
You are safe here. This is not someone else's. This is not someone else's interview. You're safe here. Go ahead.
We would sit around watching movies, and it just hit me one day. I'm like, man, we can write one.
Okay, so he had a half-baked moment is what he's saying.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I'm like, shit, we can like write a movie. And
can we do this? And then, especially at 21, that's when people started doing Vine and shit like that. So that definitely looked like it was more grassroots than anything at that point.
It was a little before that time. It probably was like, it probably was around that time.
When Vine first started. So Instagram wasn't around when it was 21. But when Vine started with little stuff from YouTube and stuff like that. And then they made an app for it. So but definitely, the short films and stuff like that, I can remember the short films. Or even when Quinta was doing stuff. Now, Quinta was doing stuff when we was a little bit older. But Ice JJ Fish always doing stuff and just being fucking stupid on Facebook. And then that's another thing. Facebook had the little short videos that people was doing when we was younger before they had Facebook Watch. And we was like, why are they doing that?
Why are they doing
that? And I got some old videos that look like grainy now on there, but I was joking, walking around, doing vlogging of myself at Six Flags one time. So it was just, that was the era. We got cell phones, but a lot of us had cameras. And was walking around with our cameras, just taping our friends and taking pictures. So when they actually put record on a Nikon and on a Canon, I remember those times, 18, 19, and some of our friends really had cameras in their pockets. So we was the baby, the birth of the idea of generation. So
it became more consumer accessible. Like you didn't have to spend a lot of money.
Yep, that's what it was.
But even then, I still didn't see it like around me. It just was an idea, and then like I went to school. And this is another full circle moment. I met my homie Lewis Skinner. He just did a short film that I worked on. Was an assistant director on that joint. But he's like making his return back to filmmaking. But he really got me started because I wanted to just write. I didn't write it. It took me like a year and a half, 2 years to actually write. Like, because I'm like, damn, this shit kind of like difficult to do.
And when you actually thinking about it, when you're thinking about it, me being a comedian, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't completely write a joke for shit. Like, it's really hard to actually write. Now, people told me not to write and be more like Jay-Z. A lot of people told me not to write. And I was like, okay, cool, not writing. It sounds hard to not be like, how can you make something and not write it out? And it was like, well, you talk shit, so just tape yourself talking shit. And I was like, he was like, yeah, Jay-Z it, but tape yourself doing it. Yeah. Then you can listen back to what you said and refine it, and then you'll write a joke. So I literally got that information the other day. Yeah. Shout out to D-Lo. Shout out to D-Lo. Yeah. But she gave me that information the other day. It was like, it's accessible to us now because you can tape yourself while you up there to see what people laugh. You can even hear what people laughed at, and you can build off of that. So you absolutely correct. I have those problems. It's like writer's block is what they call it. Yeah. I actually have it, so I understand.
But it was just like, it was just new to me. So like I didn't understand the technique. Like it's simple, like in terms of like what you need to write a script, but like how to do it. Like it just took me like a year and a half of actually studying it before I actually wrote anything. But I met Lewis of CCBC Essex in like an acting class. And I'm like, all right, I'm trying to study acting as well just to learn how to write, just study all aspects. Like I really got into it. Right. He had a camera and me and him like kind of connected and we just started shooting like YouTube shorts. And then we actually tried to shoot like a longer short film. It didn't come out well, but like we was ambitious. Right. And we tried to do like this big production by ourselves. And then, we kind of got separated after a little while. He moved on and did some stuff, and like I kind of kept going and had breaks in between. But then I really started in 2019 when I met my partner now, Derek. United World Studios, we formed that together, and under that I did my first feature, did some shorts, and kind of expanded. Like I started reaching out to people in Frederick. Meeting a lot of people, we just working on different film sets and stuff like that. So like the last, like I would say 6 years is like when it really started picking up for me as far as like projects that I'm doing. Like last year did like worked on like 5 films, directed 2, was an assistant director on 2 or 3, and it's been like increasing.
Okay, so one question I do have, just a little sidebar of that. How is it when you are, just starting out working and you don't have a big ass budget? How hard is it to really get actors to want to act with you, like that part? And then a lot of times you end up getting some of the bigger B-list actors involved. You really be getting the top of the crop for real from here to work for you. So how is that like trying to act? So trying to sell, like I said, you even was like. Homeboy hookup, you know them? Yeah. So like how hard is it other than even those times, because some people are really thespians and you not being disrespectful, like I really do want to work with you, I don't want to work with nobody else. How is it selling yourself more than that?
You just got to be resourceful. So like even as a director, I didn't initially want to be a director, I wanted to be a writer, but then I read something that said, well, you might want to learn how to direct to give like to do your own projects, because nobody's going to give a first-time screenwriter a chance. So it was like just study directing, and you'll be able to like funnel your projects to yourself and perform your own projects. Same with acting. Like once me and Lewis started working together, we was acting in our own stuff, but we had like we was producing work, and then people could see like what we could do, and then we started kind of attracting more people and just putting out calls. And like on the feature film Redline, again, my partner.
Shout out to Redline. I was one of his friends that bought it the first 24 hours that it was out.
On Amazon, with Derek, he's the executive producer at United World Studios, and my partner. But he knew a lot of, like, because I was out of the game for a little while. Right. Like I took like a little, like maybe like a 2 or 3 year break. But he knew a lot of people, so like that production, I didn't know a lot of people. Right. But like I went into it like, all right, I'm gonna at least show I know what I'm doing. Right. So like, everybody else is going like, you gonna want to work with me. And so I built those relationships. yeah, and then like you just keep meeting people and you just keep connecting. Even now, like I was doing a film with the guy Tristan, another great person, like mentor, like showing me the ropes. He was, you remember the knife dude from Desperado?
Yes.
Dan, I forgot his name, but he was going to get on one of their films, like, and he was showing me like how to attract different actors, and it's not as hard as I thought. Honestly, like it's really just reaching out and like, you know what I mean, like establishing what you want and like your budget, and if you can get it, then you can get like those types of actors.
Yeah, and that's not a problem. You're absolutely correct, because there's something on Facebook with Tay Diggs in it where no one else is known but him, and it's like, what in the world? Yeah. But I actually like it a little bit. Let me look at this. But that's exactly what it is. And when people, and I'm starting to realize when people are truly thespians, like even down to, you know, LOL that Kevin Hart did, that was the similar shorts, but he had Woody in it over his voice and stuff like that. They'll work with y'all because they do honestly love their craft. Yeah. And they remember when it was my time in Soul Plane, and I needed somebody to want to come in, and you know, and a lot of people signed on to Soul Plane. Yeah. It's a cult classic, stupid ass movie, but it's a cult classic because he had so many actual people that was famous in that one movie, and everybody. How did you get all 40 of these people to sign on just to sit on a fake plane and jump up and down for an hour? Like, so, and then that an hour of a movie is anywhere from 2 months to 8 months of taping. So it's like, it's just really crazy. But I respect that you see your greatness, because sometimes, you know, we all need to be in the same rooms with people that see their greatness. You never even, I can say this, when you take hiatus and breaks, that's when I know you ain't get hit about something. But I mind my business. You still what you're going. And just knowing you, I know that's when you ain't get hit about something. So how do you get out of that you know, depressive state of, damn, am I doing the right thing type stuff? Because there's been one time, and it's been one time recently, where you actually said it out loud. And it's like, that's when everybody was paying attention. Yeah. But I know when you're taking a break from something, it's like, what am I going to do next? Yeah. You always was a regrouper, even when we was kids. That was your thing. Like, had your headphones in the corner, thinking about it, or thinking about how we lost the game or something. If we was on the same team, you was always a regroup thinker. Yeah. So, how his acting, how his directing, how his writing brought you out of that? Because sometimes being in, you know, solitude is not always a good thing for everybody. How does that brought you with? Because you have to have a balance of both, kind of. Yeah. So how has that helped you get out of your shell?
To be honest, like I still struggle with it, like, and I think with any art form, and you can attest to it as a comedian, like you always second guessing yourself, like you always trying to figure out like, what am I doing right? Like the short film we did. That we released next Friday, we had a screening, the premiere screening of it, and like I had watched it 100 times, like just editing it and things like that. But like when we was at the screening, like I was like scared, like I was nervous, like I was like, damn, how they gonna react to it? Like how the crowd gonna react to it and things like that. Like, did I do it right? And then like, it's like as a creative, like you kind of live in this space where you're delusional, and then when it's time to like present it, it's like, oh shit, like, is this good? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't consider it.
Your friend saying it's good is one thing, but you've actually been to film festivals, so I understand that concept, and especially who I jokingly say that you're like, John Singleton definitely was just always, everybody was like, he was just so ambitious and didn't care what somebody thought. But he probably did care what people thought. He just probably didn't let people know that he cared what people thought. Because imagine being a 19-year-old kid and you run, and he actually alluded to himself in Snowfall that he used to tape. I used to take boys in the hood and niggas trying, you better get out here before I shoot your dumb ass. Like they put that into Snowfall as a joke, because even before he passed, I think they say he wrote that out, that he wanted to get to the point where, because Snowfall ended in 89, 90, that he wanted to make sure that he was visible in it, because he was walking in and around his neighborhood taping. Nigga, you putting me on film doing illegal shit. You better get the fuck away from here. What are you doing? I just need it for my film. It's like, so you're not about to pay me and you about to snitch? Yo, get out of here, yo. So it's like, just knowing that what he knew, he added that into his art. Yeah. Even more so than anything, even with high learning and things like that. Like, it's always a nerd kid that's around the hood kids. Ricky, you know what I'm saying? There's always a kid, you know, Trey. They always, you grow up with certain people, and when do you don't really break away. Honestly, black people don't break away from people that's bad for them, and it's not a bad thing, because if you didn't do nothing directly to me, and a lot of times if they love you, they don't put you in harm's way for real. So we do understand those tidbits that people don't think that we understand, because sometimes if something does happen that goes up, that wasn't their intent. Yeah. So we'll be in court like, so why was you there? Because that's my cousin. That's my best friend. I'm not about to. And look, he just paid my rent the other day. Whatever he got going on.
That's what he got.
That's what he got going on. Yeah. He gave me green dollars, and y'all said they spent. So things like that have happened. I'm very proud that you're saying that you know still struggling with it, because then that actually giving somebody insight to that. For sure. You keep pushing through it. You keep pushing through
it. Like I just be burned out. Like honestly, I be burned out. Like
okay, so he be burned out for what his sweater's talking about, but we're gonna get into that in a second. But you transition in so many different ways and different times in your life. Dallas is a health guru almost now.
Yeah, fitness.
I remember when he first started talking about, hey y'all, I'm about to be vegan. And we was like, what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah. So getting to that, how did that start with you? At one point in time, Dallas was a heavyweight like I am now, which he's been yelling at me on a low scale. Like when you started? When you started. So most times, and I'm going to get into it, I do have smaller health problems, not more so than a lot of other people, but yeah, weight on your body at a certain height and a certain weight, it's not a realistic thing. Black people get into this thing that we don't notice. I always go back to a lot of fairy tale and grim tale stories. Hansel and Gretel was for slavery. I'm sorry, everybody like, what? Hansel and Gretel was for slavery. Snatch your kids, make them fat, and then kill them. Yeah. And that's exactly how they break us down. They lie and say sometimes where, stuff originated, but no, that's exactly what they do. So at one point in time, we were slaves, they had us under control. Fast forward past Jim Crow, where they really couldn't kill us out loud. All right, cool, we're gonna kill y'all another way. Yeah. Salt fake, this fake, that fake, and because we use herbs and spices, we thinking it is okay. But after you process stuff, whatever, you putting other things into it. Yeah. When did you know that you had to cut back on that, like originally, and then we want to get into, you went in third place?
I would say around the same time, 2019 is when everything started to click for me. And I just was like, man, I gotta lose weight. I was in and out of the hospital, had health issues, high blood pressure. Right. And I was just like, something gotta change. That's when I switched to vegan. I didn't feel nothing spiritual, but just to try something different. And it worked for me. And over the years, I just kept kind of sticking with it. And I had my setbacks even in the midst of it, 2021, I got down to my smallest, my adult years, I was 205. Right. But then I gained 45 pounds back within the next 2 years, and then I got really serious and all the way down to now. So it was different periods where I was up and down, but it started with me having health issues and just wanting to do it. That's why I tell people, no matter what I say to you, you gotta want it. You gotta want it.
He said it to me all the time. But the thing is, it's out of love. You're not pushy about it either. So it's out of love. He's like, you know what? You're gonna come back when you want it. Yeah. I'm just gonna always ask you because I love you. Yeah. I'm definitely proud of you. You definitely got 8 to 10 people on your roster. That's where you just came from today. When you got serious with it though, you started, bodybuilding and stuff. So get into that portion of your life. Just everybody, what the fuck? So knowing that Dallas was a chubby boy growing up, it's always black people who read this shit. This nigga got triple triceps. I said, what the fuck is a triple tricep? What, tricep itself means 3. The fuck is a triple tricep? Niggas be wild. Niggas just be wild. So how did you get over your family knowing? Because even then, your dad never really been chubby. Your mom was chubby. But how did you get over your family? Because black people always swear you got the bug or you sick for at least. I was sick when I was fat. How did you get over it? I actually just seen one of the little, things online with somebody You losing too much weight.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
So how did you get over those friends and family members? You know, the naysayers in your ear before you even got to the bodybuilding.
That's a good point. Like about like my mom and dad.
Yeah.
They always support me, like regardless of anything that I'm doing. Like
shout out to mom and pops.
Yeah.
Shout out to mom and pops.
My father, like, so it's never anything that like you see all of the like it looked like I'm just throwing shit at the wall, like oh he doing this the next month, like. But anything I tell them like I want to do, they be like yeah, like I feel like you could do. Even with the clothes, when I was on clothes, I kind of took a step back. But
I forgot it. It's still the finest shit ever. Go get some. He still got some shit posted, and he does little things every once in a while.
Yeah, even with that, like I would present that, and they was always on my side with it. So anything else, like I don't care. Like what people say, people have things to say.
But that's where it starts. Black people, do you hear that?
Yeah.
When you are supportive of your kids, that builds their confidence.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck I gotta say about it is just extra.
Yeah, it really didn't like. Only time it really got to me like when I was prepping for the show and like I got super small. Like I think I was like 160.
Right.
So I got like I call it like my work mother. She was just like, and I was like actually weak. Like it really was like a physical toll on me. Like I couldn't move.
Right.
And she was like, "Are you okay?" So she was concerned, but like. Nobody like really talked shit about me.
Right.
I mean, I'm for sure they did. It never got to me.
Right.
Like I don't care.
And it wasn't bad talk shit. It's just always black people. Just always, if it's something. That's a thing. I think that as kids, because we used to do the dozens in these rooms.
Yeah.
As kids, especially black kids, we are taught that bullying is okay.
Yeah.
Especially if it's by a loved one. I don't understand it, but we're taught that bullying is okay, especially by a loved one. So. I don't think it would never been in malice that anybody was saying that. We just used to seeing each other. So it was like, I've known you for 20-something years, and now you just pop out skinny. Nigga, what is you doing? Actually, and then they'd be like this. Nigga, what is you doing? Like, that's what it started from. So that's how it is. And it's like, I'm definitely proud of you. Tell people where where do you want your legacy to be next? Like, from doing art, from doing health, like what do you want your legacy in Baltimore to be? Because as of right now, you are not a pop. So where do you want your legacy to go? What do you want next for yourself? Is it kids? Is it kids? For all the ladies that like my mans, is it kids? But what do you want your legacy to be when it comes to your art and when it comes to being known for health? What do you want your legacy to be?
That I gave back to my community in ways that I felt like I knew how. Like even with film.
Right.
Like we just shot the film Green Means Gold last week. So we like David. Oh, I don't know. You didn't know David. David went to Maryville. Sorry. Right. David hit me. I was like, yo, I got 2 students who was interested. So like they came and worked on the film, and like that at that young of age, that opened their mind up to like filmmaking, like which I didn't have. Like it was so foreign. Like I'm saying, like it was so foreign to me. Like I never seen a film set. So I had them working, and not only that, like I had him, like one of the guys, like as a line producer, so he had like real tasks that he had to do, and he was like, "Yeah, man, it's super cool." So like, hopefully, like that inspires him to do more,
to continue
doing it. And on the fitness side, just like I do have my clients and stuff, but like I'll give like free games too. Like I'll tell people stuff. If you know me, like if you ask me anything and I got the information, I want to tell you what I know.
Right.
So like even. With health, like my mother's diabetic, like I'm able to take the information I acquired to like go shopping for her, like put meals together for her, like to like assure her health. Like I'm able to do that. So I want that to be like my legacy, like just giving back to the community in ways in which I know, and hopefully scale up and like take it to like a more global stage. You know what I mean?
God bless you. Shout out to Ariel, but God bless you being somebody's big brother. Yeah. And I love that you love that because that's also how you operate with us. And thank you for that. Yeah. This is Artimore, episode 10. But tell us where we can find you at. All of your Instagram because he's also fire when it comes to clothes. So if you ever need an idea for your outfit, go to Lace by Dallas.
So Lace by Dallas. Dallas Hanson and do work Dallas Fitness are my handles.
Yep. So again, this is Artimore. I'm Artimore because I really am Artimore. This is the stuff I want to get into. But Artimore with brand, Baltimore brand, we are out. Thank you to Giga House Media. Always love. this is gonna be one of the best episodes ever, and I say that about all my episodes, but this one is really near and dear to my heart. Y'all gonna see how it all play out. But thank you.